Yeah, so I don't remember the guy's name, but I'm pretty sure he went by Chief Rolling Thunder Mountain. And he built this structure as like a protection from what he thought was going to be an eruption from this mountain back here. Yeah, he thought that God was going to like come and punish all the sinners, and that the only way to stay safe was to build this like monument or structure out of glass and concrete. And yeah, so he built all of this stuff as like a protection, from whatever his religious beliefs were.
And he was possibly a World War II vet.
He was a World War II vet.
Okay.
He I think he was from Nevada. He fought in World War II, and when he came back, like some of his kids had committed suicide, and I think his wife had died or something like that. And so when he came back, he had like a, maybe a PTSD-induced schizophrenic break, psychotic break, and thought that he was Native American, and sort of developed. I think that he studied under a lot of tribes that were in the area, and came out and built this compound. I think as like a way to get some of those religious beliefs, I don't really know exactly what he was doing.
To express them somehow.
To express them, yeah. So.
Basically, it was an army guy that had a vision from a Native American lady, and she said to him that, basically all whites were gonna die, like, unless you came to Thunder Mountain. And there wasn't actually a place called Thunder Mountain, so he created it. And he became a Native American himself.
But he wasn't originally a Native American.
No, he was in the United States Army.
He was what? Yeah, what?
Yeah, like his first wife had died.
Do you think he went crazy?
I'd say so. I'd say he probably had a mental break after the Army and then losing his wife. So like he had two sons, I think, is what it said. And he had remarried, and he packed his entire family up in a truck and drove cross country, and he broke down right here. Like right here.
That's
this
so
is where
cool.
he broke down, and he's like, all right, well,
Here
we
it is.
go.
I was meant to be. It was fate.
Yeah, and like a lot of this stuff has been destroyed because of the fire, I guess.
What is Thunder Mountain? The most frequently asked question from travelers, their attention captured by the sheer oddity of this conglomeration of junk secured in cement. What is this? A very good question indeed. Why would anyone spend his retirement years working from daylight to dark 7 days a week to build what many view as a blight on the landscape? Chief Rolling Mountain Thunder built Thunder Mountain Indian Monument as a testimony to the suffering and plight of the American Indian, both endured at the hands of the white invaders. Note my emphasis on invader and not settler. It is a reminder to all who visit the price paid by a race of people who are marked for genocide in the name of manifest destiny. Close inspection of the monument will reveal over 200 sculptures depicting Indians of all tribes, age, and status. Inside the double walls, you will see a sculpture of a settler shooting an Indian woman. You will see the cumulative years of agony and despair on the faces of the old Indian chiefs. You will see misery in the expression of the little Indian children. You will experience the arrogance of white invaders who believed themselves to be a superior race, predestined by their god to kill and destroy another race of human beings. Many of the white invaders, as in the days of the Great Crusades in Europe, justified their indiscriminate murders in the name of their god. Oh! The predominant justification of the wholesale genocide was, if these savages can't be converted to Christianity, then they need to die. White man's trash. The monument is built from a collage of cast-off items that would be described by white society as junk, all collected from within a radius of 50 miles of the monument. In the Indian culture, they utilize everything that the Great Spirit provides them. What the Great Spirit provided Chief Rolling Thunder in building the monument was white man's trash. It should be noted that Chief Rolling Thunder didn't have the money to buy materials, so he used what he could find. The only material that was purchased was cement. Thunder also makes a strong ecological statement. We are polluting our planet with castaway items. I find it ironic that the people who would like to see Thunder Mountain destroyed and claim it is an eyesore are the very same people who polluted the landscape with their junk and discards. White man's trash. To call what was done to the American Indians anything less than genocide is like the Germans trying to deny the Holocaust. Indian genocide reminders. All anyone needs to do is read the account of just a few of the massacres. Sand Creek, Colorado, 1864, and Wounded Knee. The work on the monument started in 1968 and continued for 7 years until 1975. Work on the other buildings continued from 1975 until 1983. What happened in 1983 that made him stop building? There was an arson fire that burned the 3-story hostel and Indian school to the ground. The fire also destroyed 2 cabins, a 40-foot by 60-foot workshop, a visitor center, bathhouse, and an underground sweat house. The buildings spared and still standing today are Main Monument, Roundhouse, and Chicken House. He had a lot of help with the labor. His children and wife helped with the gathering the materials and with the mixing and carrying of the cement. He also received some help from hippies that would stop and stay for a day or sometimes weeks. Visitors were allowed to participate in the construction effort, and Thunder would provide food for thought for those working. 2 people stayed for as many as 5 years. I only recall the first names. One was a very quiet and hardworking young man named Dale. The other was an outgoing and friendly young girl about 20 years old called Tomat, I believe. Thunder had some basic rules that, if not followed, would result in the offender being asked to leave. The rules were: show respect for another, no drugs allowed, no open sex, if you don't work, you don't eat. There are many stories about people who created problems and how Thunder dealt with them, both the people and problems. Was Thunder a spiritual or religious man? This question is often asked after people have looked at the artwork. It is obvious that Thunder had a deep belief in a higher power when you read some of the many writings scrolled on the walls and grounds. However, Thunder didn't like traditional organized religion and often had negative things to say about traditional Christian religion. Thunder didn't like traditional organized religion and often had negative things to say about traditional Christian organizations. He who is the universes of all time, I don't know. Earth Mother, good spirit of, don't know. Can we see the inside of the monument? The inside of the monument is not open to the public at this time. This is due to the unsafe nature of the building. Most of the artwork is visible from the outside. Thunder and his family lived inside the monument, so it was never intended for visitors to come inside. This property is owned by Thunder's oldest son, Daniel Van Zant, a 61-year-old supermarket account executive from California. I was talking with those women about this man who lived here, and I asked them whether they thought he went crazy. And one of the women asked me what crazy is, and it stumped me. I don't know what crazy is. I could be crazy, or maybe crazy is subjective. This man took discarded materials, cars that were left on the side of the highway, trash, and he incorporated it into this lovely ranch that we see here. And it's something that people come and visit and love. And this man also had a family here. Back over there was a schoolhouse, and it's hard to call someone crazy if they take some junk from the world and turn it into something beautiful. Maybe he was just an artist. Who knows? So crazy or not, you decide.